Hi, in this video, we'll see the demo of what is a class type. When I say class type is basically a reference type in Java, and this is just a continuation of reference type explanation, and this is the um, program explanation of what is a class type. So a class is a blueprint of creating objects, and objects are created from classes as a reference types. The class itself is a definition, but when you create an instance from the class, it becomes a reference type. So let's just see what do I mean by that. So we have a class and I have a class which is named as public class reference type class. So this is my class name and I have a void main method in it. So I'm going to have a class called, so this is the class I want to keep for my demonstration. So I have a class called television and let me create a integer in it. Let's name it as name and integer is name or okay. Let's keep it as model number and let's keep a string. String is and model name. So I have two class variables, which is model number and then model name. And I'm going to create a constructor for the class. I'm going to pass the string model name comma integer model number. Let's use this model name equals to model name. This dot model number equals to model number. So basically this is my class, and inside my class I'm having my class variables, which is model number and model name, and I'm having a constructor. Constructor can be, since this is very in the beginning of the course, so I would not want it to super complicated. Just assume this is a method, and for this method everything is going to happen in the sense the initiation of this method is going to happen the moment I'm going to create the object, not after. When I'm creating the object itself, these things will get initialized. So that is the meaning of having a constructor. So I'm going to have a display method. So, and let's put system out and put model name and put model number and use this variable. So I have a class called television. It has variables and then it has constructor, and it also has a, this is a, okay, consider this as a special method, and you also have an one more method which is going to print the model name and model number that is passed into the television constructor while I'm creating the object. So how will I create an object for this? Take this class name. So this is television is my class and my name is going to be tele equals to new. Let's say I'm going to, so I'm going to pass Sony comma model 2024 LED. I have another object which is going to be television, and inside let me put and model number is 112233. So this is my class, and how I'm going to refer this class is using a reference type. This is going to be my reference variable, which is this tele, and I have one more reference variable, which is LED. So when I wanted to ask these method, tele dot display info and LED dot display info. And let's try to run this. You'll be able to see that my object is referring the Sony and the Samsung model, and I think I can leave some space to make it look good. Okay, not over there, here. So my model name is Sony and model number is this, model name is Samsung and this. So what do I mean by this is different from the integer type is, now let's, in this method, I'm going to have integer, which is say ID number. This is 112234111001, and let me print that out with this ID number. Now this ID number is having the value 1001, and when I'm trying to print this, it is going to print my ID number. Where else? Let's use this system.out.println, and now let's print the tele. Tele is a reference variable, which is class type reference variable. So this is television is the class. So television class reference variable is tele and LED. So you have two references for the same class. One is tele and one is LED. Now I'm going to print ID number, which is of primitive type, and here I'm going to print tele, which is of reference type, and let's see what it is going to print. So ID number is printing the value, which is 1001, which is my direct primitive value, which is 1001. ID number means 1001, whereas tele means television at 16D3586, which is a reference address. It is not having the value Sony and 2002. It is having the reference where this thing is stored. So that is the core difference between why reference types and primitive types are not same, because they access the values directly, whereas this one will access the reference, which means it will access the address of the data type. And other than that, another point that I can say is the tele is going to be in a heap memory. Since this is reference type, this is going to be in a heap memory, whereas my integer, this integer ID number is going to be in my stack memory. So these two are the immediate thing that should be coming to one's mind when they're trying to understand what is reference type and primitive type. Thanks.